Pepi has taken the throne and awarded your family with the status of Chancellor, but it has come with a price. Centralized authority continues to erode as local and regional leaders become more powerful. Harvests in some regions are far below normal, and the specter of famine has begun to appear in Egypt. Mennefer, once a splendid and beautiful city, is beginning to decline. Seers foretell difficult times to come. Our powerful neighbors are moving to take advantage of our increasing weakness. Our outpost at Buhen is under siege from fearless Kushite soldiers sent from Kerma, the largest non-Egyptian city in Africa. The Kushite are demanding tribute, and the slightest provocation could lead to an outright attack. Nubia too has issued a call to war and is seeking to reclaim lost land. Try to keep Egypt stable by establishing an administrative post at Dakhla Oasis. The Oasis has a large stand of valuable trees, but these trees unfortunately block access to the limited water supply at the Oasis. From this important location, import ebony from the African interior. Pepi, anticipating his journey to the afterlife, will request bricks for the construction of his monument. Other cities, short on food, will request sustenance from you.
Hey guys, welcome back to Pharaoh, and we're here on Dakhla, the Caravan Trail. And it looks like this is going to be a peaceful mission. So the last one was a very heavy military mission, but this one we got 5,000 population, which is kind of high. But the rest is not too difficult. Anyway, let's jump into the city and see what's going on. We do have some hyenas here, but let's see. What do we have here? We've got this oasis, so we're dealing with an oasis again. And let's have a look at our raw materials. We have woodcutter and clay pit. Okay, that's pretty good. And we've got farms, grain and barley, and a hunting lodge. Okay, good. And it looks like there's no floodplains on this mission. It's all this sort of normal farming. And ostriches to the north. Lots of farming area. Wood seems to focus in the southeast region right here. Now, it did mention a few things, like the trade route to Buhen. No, that's just blocked off. What else did he ask for, actually? He asked for... Let me just pop back here.
Pepi has taken the throne and awarded your family with the status of Chancellor. But it has come with a price.
Alright, yes, it does say it will request bricks as well. So now, okay, I actually got a tip from one of you guys in the comments that small statues are actually really good at blocking off these hyenas. I'm on the slowest speed here. Let's go ahead and block these guys off. They can go over these sand areas, but I think if I do this, that's gonna trap those guys in there. And I'm gonna do the same here. So I'm gonna... let's see. Because these are actually cheaper than walls. If you look at walls... oh, there's no military buildings at all on this mission. I guess this is really a peaceful mission. Anyway, that should trap those guys in there. And we're gonna do the same over here. And trap these guys. I hope this works. That looks a little precarious, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna work. Yeah, that should trap the hyenas in there, and I'm pretty sure they work at angles as well. Alright, so now what I'm thinking is, ostriches are up here to the north, and then wood is down here to the southeast. So setting up somewhere between the two, like over here, for our first residential block, should be the best bet. Now, I'm not sure how I should actually do this. Probably something... I could just extend out this way, have food production up to the north, and industry down to the south. That seems like a good idea. And yeah, let's check out trade routes. What can we sell? They buy papyrus. Nope. They buy pottery 1, and that's about all we can produce, so that's not so great. How about Saqqara? 3 pottery and 2 wood. Saqqara is definitely where we want to open up our trade route. Just buys a bit of wood. Byblos is closed off. Okay, so Saqqara is where we're going to be opening up for the pottery and the wood. That's quite a lot from one trade route. But we could set that up pretty much immediately. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and set things up and see how everything looks. Alright, so there we go. We got some people moving in, and let's go ahead and do the usual of setting infrastructure to priority 1. I've also only got 1 temple, so I gotta put down a couple more temples here. Oh, there we go, people are moving in. And let me just slow the game down and explain what's actually going on here. So I've got the wood industry going down this way, then I realized I need clay pits. So it just so happens that it works nicely of going up this way. I could put down 5 clay pits and 10 potters, because we actually started with like 5,500 Debens up there, and a few hunting lodges around here, 1 down there, a few more up there. I should probably move the hunting lodges down this way. That would actually probably be a better idea. So if I change these to hunting lodges, this is a little wasteful, but it's gonna be better this way. And change these to potters. There we go. We should actually shift the hunting lodges further down, but that's going to be okay. We're going to start feeding our people right away. I put the bazaar down immediately because we're going to need the population as soon as possible. So let's go ahead and focus on religion as priority 2 and food and production priority 3, and we're going to put down the other temples. So we need we need 2 temples to Ptah actually. So I'm going to put down that right. Actually, we should put these right at the back here. They help with desirability. So let's go ahead and put that one there, and then we're gonna put down another temple to Bast, maybe in here actually. That would actually be I don't know, I think we can actually use 2 temples. So let's make some room for it here. Temple to Bast, right there. And we're gonna need a temple to Ra, which we could place down here. We need some space for the pavilion. It's gonna, until that roadblock. Okay, so let's put down the temple to Ra right here. I mean, that looks okay. Okay, temple to Ra right there. And there we go. We've got our wood going, the wood will be going down there. Now hopefully these will get employed soon once people start moving in. What do we need for health and sanitation? Should be priority 4. Actually, this should be priority 4, that should be priority 3. Alright, then we just wait for some people to move in. Hopefully this is enough. Does that... yeah, okay, health and sanitation gets our water supply going, so that evolves the houses 1 level. And then food production is gonna go ahead and bring some food in, get these people fed, and we still have 1,000 Deben left, but we haven't opened up the trade route to Saqqara just yet. I want to get some pottery and wood going first. And then once we have a bit of that, we'll start selling it, and then our finances should actually be really good. Alright, so let's wait for people to move in, let's wait for the food to start being distributed, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, now people have moved in, and I had to put down a couple houses down there because employment wasn't really stabilizing over here in terms of access right there. Anyway, right now I'm gonna go ahead and open up the trade route to Saqqara, open up that trade route, and I'm gonna sell wood when it's over 400, because we're probably going to be asked for a lot of things on this mission. So I'm going to sell wood over 400. We've actually already filled up that warehouse storage yard with it, and we're also going to start selling export when over 800 pottery, because we might need pottery to supply to our residences over here, and we're out of money. And oh, that was the first time we actually ran out of money, so we got the 1,500 for that. Look at this storage yard is already full of wood, and more people are moving in. We're just sort of stabilized on employment right now, but hopefully pottery production is gonna ramp up very quickly here. Food production seems a little low, but these first feedings are always a little tricky. I actually deleted a few houses because we were getting unemployment, like severe unemployment problems, so we got rid of those. And as these houses evolve, more and more people are going to be moving in. Anyway, since this is a peaceful mission, we probably don't have to focus on military so much. I mean, look, we can't even get infantry. We can only get archers. But just pointing out, these hyenas have stayed inside their little compounds. These small statues really do work. Anyway, all of this is looking great. We probably should start getting some grain and barley, because I don't know what people are going to start asking for. Once we start selling things, though, we should get money's worth. Okay, there are traders coming in. Let's speed the game up and wait for that money to come in. Are they gonna buy the wood? Yeah, okay. And look at that. That's worth so much money. Okay, now we have 4,000 Debens, and we haven't even started selling pottery. So yeah, now that we have 5,000 Deben, I know we could open up more trade routes. Who else buys things? They buy wood. Let's go ahead and open a trade route there. We can export even more wood from there. How about Necken? They buy papyrus, Salima Oasis. They buy clay, but it's not really worth it selling clay. But yeah, okay, that's gonna up our wood exports even more. We might want to get things done then. We have a ton of money. Need some entertainment for these guys. So let's go ahead and put down a pavilion, and we'll start evolving these houses, boosting our industries, and basically diversifying, because I don't know what people are gonna start asking for. Alright, so now everything's going along really nicely. We're making so much money selling just this wood and pottery. We've sold so much stuff. I mean, it's May now. Let's have a look. We are now trading with Saqqara. They're buying pottery and wood like no man's business, and On has already fully bought up all the wood for this year. So we're actually making tons of money. I put down the city palace there, start taxing our people. Now they need beer to go any further. So let's go ahead and open up a trade route with Necken. They sell beer. Let's do that. And we're going to import beer. Where is it? There we go, import beer. And we're going to import to maintain 800, and this warehouse here is getting a little overused because why is there? Oh, there's no clay in that thing. Okay, this is getting a little overused because we've got game meat, pottery, and beer being stored there. Game meat just as a backup. I should probably build a separate storage yard for that. So I'm going to go ahead and roadblock this, and then put a storage yard there. And this is just going to be for storing game meat. No one's asked me for anything yet. Let's go ahead and empty the game meat first. And let's see, what else can we do? We're storing up grain from these farms here, which I've set up on this little... I have to set up this little water access, the water lift over here, because it's... well, there was no other proper access point. Now, these trees are starting to get a little chopped down, and I wonder, can I build a water crossing, like, from here to here? I think it's actually possible. Let me just try this. Water crossing bridge. We could do that. But I'm not sure if that allows access to the trees over there, because if it does, I'd like to demolish these trees here to make room for my dynasty mansion. It can fit just about there. It'd be really nice. I'm not sure if they can. I think they should be able to cross over. I don't see why not. We'll find out soon enough though. I put down this dance school there because we do have unemployment, but that's gonna be fine. But beer should be coming in soon, and this market should be accepting beer as well. And just for stability's sake, I'm gonna put down a second bazaar right there. And since we got the money, I'm gonna double up on all the gardens around the edges, because we should. Because, well, we need all these gardens to keep these houses evolved. And since we do have the money, we're gonna go ahead and plaza it up as well. Just plaza all these tiles. Very nice. Now, we do need to put down a few other things to get these houses evolved. We're gonna need, let's see, ooh, the meat has moved over. Let's go ahead and, where's the emptying of the meat? Okay. I like to just set this back out because of OCD. There we go. And we now, I want to evolve these houses as much as possible before I build a second housing area. We're definitely gonna need a second housing area because, well, we need 5,000 people on this mission, but, oh right, I did actually put down military structures. Let's go ahead and put down a fort of archers right there to protect us in case we do actually get attacked or someone requests troops, so we can do that. And there we go, we're evolving these houses, and now they need access to a courthouse, which the efficient way of doing it would be to demolish something at the edge. Like if I demolish these things, make room for it there, and build a courthouse. Where's the... there we go. Right there. And we can replace those houses right there. And put the gardens back like that. No, I prefer it looking... yeah, like that. That looks good. There we go. And we evolved them to spacious apartments, which now need a scribal school or a library. So I'm going to put down the scribal school, but we're going to need papyrus to do that. And I think I do need to get a second warehouse somewhere along here anyway. Alright, here's the first request, 1,800 wood, and that's going to be no problem whatsoever. That's going to be fine. We also got a storage yard full of grain, in case anyone starts asking for grain. Now, the thing that they need to evolve here, these spacious apartments, is a scribal school. So, I went and checked if we could import papyrus, and we can't. But I'm going to start importing reeds, importing to maintain 800. I put down, with a bit of reorganization here, I got this storage yard here, which is going to be accepting linen, reeds, and papyrus. And I squeezed in 2 papyrus makers right here. That should be enough to supply that one scribal school. Anyway, I do want to evolve these houses further, so I'm probably going to need to import linen. But we spent a lot of money getting our all this stuff set up anyway. How's our employment actually? We have 14% unemployment, but I did go ahead and put down this dynasty mansion because this little bridge does allow access to all that wood. So we, this is going to be fantastic. What month is it? It's June. Can we increase our exports any further? Selima Oasis buys pottery. We can do that. Let's open that trade route. And are we actually overproducing enough pottery to supply all of those? I'm not sure. We're having some employment problems around here, like access to employees. Do these have... It says poor access to workers. And just now I heard someone die. Why did someone die? Oh, it must have been a thief, I guess. Oh yeah, these outlying houses might actually be causing some security issues. Well, never mind. I'll deal with that if it becomes an issue, but it shouldn't. Anyway, I think everything is going swimmingly. We do actually have to build a monument in this mission, which is going to take 100 blocks of granite. I also want to build a temple complex in this mission. Which is going to be, well, it looks fantastic. It costs a bit of money though. We'll wait for our money to build up a bit more, and we do have some reeds coming in, so we'll get papyrus soon enough, and these houses will evolve. Oh, would you look at that? These houses are evolving very nicely up to spacious residences, and they need a supply of linen before they can continue. Well, I'm not sure if I have enough money to start importing linen, but what I can do right now is I'm going to go ahead and build a road back here. Just like this. I know it doesn't look like the prettiest thing, but I'm gonna go ahead and extend the road out this way. And I'm gonna have a firehouse and an architect's post. That's gonna look great. And actually, I wanted to build a temple complex. How is this gonna look its best? Oh, it fits perfectly. Oh, very nice. Let's put it down there then. And I'm gonna go ahead and do some beautification. I actually went into debt for that, probably because of our importing of things, but we're gonna be okay. I'm gonna also fill this up with gardens. Just fill up any empty space there. Alright, that looks fantastic. A temple to Ptah, that requires 50 people. That should actually help our unemployment problem. I put down a second archer fort as well. We're just making so much money and I'm just spending it like water. But this looks really good, actually. Let's make this look a little bit better. I'm gonna put the firehouse and architect's post there and delete this excess road because this looks fantastic. Look at that. That should make Ptah happy with us. And the other gods are congenial with us. That's gonna be fine. But now we gotta start thinking about setting up well, we're probably gonna need 2 or 3 other residential areas. And we could probably feed them on grain or something like that. Yeah, we could feed them on grain, because there's plenty of farmland all around this oasis. Meanwhile, how are our exports doing? It's December. Are we actually fulfilling our exports? We are, let's see. Selima Oasis is a pretty recent opening of trade routes. We're not selling all the pottery or wood we can at Saqqara, but I think they just buy too much. On is not really buying all the wood they can either. Do we have enough wood? Are we producing enough wood for all of this? I should probably put down another woodcutters, just to boost our wood production. Now, our storage yard of grain is actually full, so I'm sending it over to this side to help feed this area. And also so they have 2 different types of two different types of food in this area, and there's a few desirability problems which I'll fix soon enough. But besides that, everything's going a-okay. Money is still not climbing as high as I want, but we are still building excessively, so that should start building up pretty soon. Oh, there we go. There's a request for grain, and because I've sent 1,800 planks of wood, they requested, they wish to grant you a gift of 1,200 slabs of meat, but there's insufficient space in your storage yards. What would I do with slabs of meat? Anyway, you guys can have that grain. I guess we could build a storage yard specifically to house that meat, but I don't know what we would do with it. We could accept that? Yeah, it's meat, I guess. I guess that's gonna be fine. That's a strange one. Hey, would you look at that? Because I accepted a gift of 1,200 slabs of meat from Dakhla Oasis, a new trade route to it can be opened. Where's Dakhla Oasis? That's where we were playing before. Yes, they sell granite. Yes, let's go ahead and open that, because I was looking before and there was actually no way to import granite. Anyway, now we're going to import up to 105 blocks, and I was just about setting up this area here in terms of food production, and I think this should actually work. If I do something like this, does this actually get irrigation to all of this? I think it yes, it does actually work. So we can have this road do this sort of thing. Yeah, that's going to be fine. That actually works perfectly. Let's put down firehouse and architect's post while we're there. Now, we're going to be importing granite. So I did actually set up this area here to store all the granite. And it looks like we started importing linen as well, because these things have evolved into from elegant residences into fancy residences, and they need luxury goods like jewelry or ebony before they can evolve further, which I think once you give them luxury goods, they become like villas and stuff where they don't actually work. So I'm just gonna have to go ahead and boost the desirability back here. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that. Let me try do that. Maybe I'll stick a couple large statues around the outside. Gardens there. Is that a spacious residence? It'll devolve soon because it only has a single type of food. Oh! Do we actually have a grain shortage? We actually have a bit of a grain shortage. How can I solve that? If I move this and go ahead and put down another grain farm right there, let's irrigate that. Boost our grain production. And let's go ahead and... I know, we should keep that storage yard full. Looks like we gotta boost our grain production to actually feed these guys a second type of food. Hopefully we can, though. Does it change the amount of people that can fit in it as well? Yeah, it goes up to 84. Okay, so a few things going on right now. We're gonna start importing granite into these storage yards. Gonna try evolve all of these houses into fancy residences if we can, and we're gonna have to set up these other areas for housing, because we do need 5,000 people. There we go. Grain is actually coming in now. That should, with our 2 bazaars, that should help feed these people. But it's just desirability holding some of this back. Can I actually fit a large statue right there? I think I can. They really like these things, so that should help a little bit. No? The papyrus maker and granary are causing some issues. We're up to spacious residences at least, but okay, some of these are going to fancy residences. Alright, we'll see what we can do. Alright, here's another... it's been quite some time actually since the last update, but here they're asking for 700 grain, so that's going to be good. Let's go ahead and send that off. And also, I'm starting to prepare for my monument. You can see the granite is coming in. We've got quite a bit so far, and I've already put down the Carpenters Guilds, 2 right here where my wood production is, and also a couple over here, Stonemasons Guilds, just so we can get that going as soon as possible. Now meanwhile, I actually didn't realize that a lot of my troops are green because the military academy over here was not actually getting any employees. So I decided to shift that over. And also meanwhile, I've set up this area. I'm actually feeding this area now. And it seems like we should have enough farms. It seems like it takes 5, 6, 7, 8 farms to actually feed this area. We actually got by on 5 at first, but I'm putting up in these 3 just to get things more solidified. And I've got another housing area which is going to be set up over here soon enough, hopefully. But people aren't moving in because of high taxes apparently. So I went ahead and dropped that. Let's drop it down to 5%. And because we kind of need people to move in, otherwise all of this stuff's gonna burn down pretty soon. Hopefully the taxes will, the lowering of the taxes will get people moving in. Meanwhile, we do actually have a lot of fancy residences here. Some, I think, actually did everything? No, we still got a couple elegant residences here and there because of desirability, but besides that, this seems to have stabilized. Oh, another 400 grain? No problem, go ahead, take it. I don't even know who's asking for what. This was Byblos? Okay. And what was the last one? The famine was in Salima Oasis. Okay, no problem. But as you can see, we're getting plenty of granite in as well. What are we at right now? 57? So they don't sell us much. Granite comes from Dunkul Oasis, and they can only sell 25 a year. So it takes 4 years just to reach 100 anyway. Is this our 4th year though? No, this should be our 3rd year. So next year we should be able to max out onto granite to 100. But for now we're just trying to build our population up. Thieves just robbed the tax collector's office? I don't know which one. Does it actually tell me which tax collector's office? It's probably this one because we've got these 2 houses over on this side. It's not the best, but we're making plenty of money anyway, so it should be fine. Actually, I never checked whether Dunkul Oasis buys anything. They actually buy pottery. Wow, okay. Does that mean we should actually be making more pottery? I'm not sure if that's even possible, but maybe we could. I'm not sure. High taxes discourage immigration. I know, I dropped the taxes. Let's drop it even further, 3%. You know, hopefully that'll attract people to start moving in. This stuff's probably gonna burn down anyway. Never mind. So for now, we're just building up our granite stuff. There we go. Stuff is burning down. Go ahead, just burn. Build up our granite and boost our population, and I think that should actually be all we need to do. And I suppose boost culture, I guess. That's something we can do. Access to mortuary. We can actually do that because we have linen. We'll have to demolish a house to do it though. I guess you guys can go. Actually, we should rearrange this a little bit. Let's do this. That can expand, and then we can put down a mortuary right there. You can live next to the mortuary because apparently that's what you want. But that will get that going, and hopefully that'll boost our culture as well. Alright, so things going fantastically well. I've maxed out our forts here. These more recent troops are trained, but no one's asked for troops and we haven't been invaded, so I just did this for fun, I guess. Alright, things are starting to look really impressive. I set up another pottery industry over here because we weren't actually producing enough pottery to max out our sales, so I needed to produce more. And also I could use the pottery to evolve these houses further, so why not? And plus, because this storage yard is closer to the entrance point, traders will come here first to buy that pottery before heading over to that side, which is fantastic. This area down here has stabilized into ordinary cottages. Up here we're gonna go up into spacious homesteads, while our fancy residences can stay over here. Meanwhile, we now have enough blocks of granite to build a small obelisk, which there's no real good place to put this, but I think just right here in the middle of everything is gonna look fantastic. So I'm gonna place it right there, and that is now gonna require these, let's see, we have the Carpenters Guilds right there and the Stonemasons Guilds over there, so we should go ahead and get that done pretty soon. Our money is skyrocketing, so let's just keep people happy by paying them more than they need, and our taxes are at 4%, so that's fine. We got enough money to do whatever we want, and people are still moving in. Now this area over here, we are starting to feed it. but I don't know. I suppose we could just go ahead and fill this up with houses. Might as well. Just get that all filled in, and we should actually tax them as well. So let's go ahead and put down a tax collector right there. Not that we need the taxes, but I think putting in that many houses should get us very close, at least, to the 5,000 population. Now, this juggler school doesn't have any workers nearby. We needed a bunch of jugglers because our culture rating needs to be boosted. We need jugglers and dancers, so I think I'm gonna delete all of this and have this road do something slightly different. So we're gonna have this road go around like this, I think. Like that. And then we're gonna have a roadblock right... I don't know, how do I want to do this? I need to put down some... let's see, musicians... Is there something there? Oh, there's a bit of road there. I'm gonna put down a couple of conservatories and a couple of dance schools as well. Okay, then I can extend this road out this way, and I'm gonna roadblock this off, and this is gonna connect up like this to touch those houses, so we can do that. And then I'm gonna put down a bunch of pavilions like that. Fantastic. And then, of course, we need to have a firehouse. Actually, let's put 2 of each, because I'm not sure if this is gonna... Let's put 3 of each, just to keep things going. Okay, there we go. And that road touches there. This road can connect up like that. It's a bit of a mess, but hopefully nothing burns down. And yeah, that's gonna be good. Hopefully this works out. That should also produce all the jugglers and conservatories and dancers. We can get rid of this road, we don't need that. And hopefully that will boost up our culture rating. It's at 40 now, just waiting for more jugglers. Meanwhile, these houses are evolving and more people are gonna move in. It might cause a bit of unemployment though. I'm not sure what we can dump that into, but we'll figure something out. Alright, just watching our obelisk be built just a little bit here. And the stonemasons do have to come from a little ways away, but we're at 61% complete. Now, I did have to put down a whole bunch of work camps to offset the huge population increase and unemployment. So I put all of these work camps down here, squeezed one in there, and also all of these work camps over there. Now, over here, I'm not sure if we're having a bit of a food issue because, I don't know, the houses seem to have food, but there also seems to be a slight shortage, probably because next harvest is in it's January, is it? Yeah, and I'm not sure if we're actually producing enough food to feed all these people. I hope we are, but looking at our ratings and stuff, our kingdom rating actually dropped because it's slow progress towards meeting our goals in a timely manner, and too few jugglers as well. So yeah, some of these entertainment outlets are not quite going as planned, but we could go ahead and throw a festival for Ra. We'll throw a lavish festival there, because Ra can sometimes increase our kingdom rating, which is going to be important, and yeah, I could put a bunch of... I don't know, I shouldn't mess with that road. I need to put down a bunch more jugglers somewhere. I suppose we could just extend a road out this way or something, and try boost our ratings. Meanwhile, people are moving in. We have actually pretty much hit our 5,000 target goal. We're just gonna wait for that obelisk to complete, and then we should be good to go. Oh, there we go. A request of 400 wood. That's no problem. Go ahead and have that. Hopefully that'll raise our kingdom rating. And I'm just putting down a bunch more juggler stuff here. That should be, that should help our rating, right? There we go. Then it's asking for Senate houses, but that's gonna be enough. So all our ratings are hit. We just have to get this obelisk done and boost our population a little bit. More people are moving in though, so we're gonna hit our population goal relatively soon. I'm just concerned about food in this area. I hope we are actually producing enough food to keep this side afloat. It seems like the houses are well stocked. Ooh, day-long festival for Ra is starting. This time the festival square should actually populate quite nicely because of all of these entertainers. yeah, people are moving in. We're at 4,900. All of our ratings are hit, which means we just have to wait for this obelisk to complete. Oh, there's a request for 600 grain because there's a famine in Byblos. No problem, we can go ahead and send that off. This area surprisingly does actually stay afloat with grain in terms of a second food source. But yeah, I mean, did we open a trade route to everywhere we can actually? Just a last check. Yeah, we did actually. Okay, good. So yeah, this is almost complete. Just a bit more to go. Okay, I think this is actually gonna be the completion of the obelisk. No? What was that? Kingdom Standing Climbs? Oh, perfect! Because we fulfilled that request. Alright, everything is still there. And it's almost complete. Come on, send a couple more stonemasons over. City's getting quite large. 5,000 people live here. Fantastic, we've hit our population goal. And here we go. Come on, speed it up. And this should complete the obelisk. Come on. Just a bit more. Carve away at it. The obelisk is complete, which means we should win, right? Correct? 5,000 people. All the ratings met. Just the obelisk, so we'll wait 1 month and we should go ahead and win. It's now May, and there we go. That was a nice mission. It was a nice relaxing mission compared to the last one, which was so militarily focused. I don't think that's a word, but never mind. And in this mission, as you can see, we really did build all the way around the Oasis. We got 3 little housing areas and expanded from there, and we made some efficient usage of everything. A few mistakes here and there, but no biggie. Anyway, let's go ahead and proceed.
While Egypt falls apart around you, you have managed to hold your city together. These skills will serve Egypt well in the difficult time to come.
Alright, so this mission was a little easier than the last one, but there we go. As Egypt falls apart around us, well, we managed to hold it together. And this is actually the final mission of this dynasty. In the next mission, we'll be moving on to a different dynasty. So we're looking forward to a new animation at the start of the next episode. And also, well, I get the feeling that the theme of each dynasty is somewhat different. This one was very much build up and then collapse sort of dynasty. It's not collapsed quite yet, but it's collapsing. So I think the next dynasty is maybe a renaissance or rebuilding, or maybe it's going to start out as very difficult because the empire has collapsed. Either way, that is the end of this mission. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.